Hi there, beautiful people. I'm back. Now, let me state something. I've had people over the years asking me how I do my makeup. Let's then tell y'all. Okay, now I have to stencil my eyebrows. My eyebrows are very sparse. No, I do not pluck my eyebrows or anything. Ugh, just, ew. No. Well, a lot of people tend to use the eyebrow pencils or dip brow. I don't do that. The wax from the eyebrow pencils is a little too much for my skin, a little too much tugging, pulling. No. So I use the Estee Lauder one. Yeah, Estee Lauder. Uh, it's an eyeliner, but I use it for my brows. Glides on, it's smooth, I love it, not a problem. Now, good lord, I'm dropping things. Now for my eyelids itself, I'll use the e.l.f. concealer. This one is print so small. I can't read it. But this is the color. I put it on my eyelids. Then I smooth it out with the e.l.f. brush. And it's not meant for eyes, but I still use it to lay down the contour up on my eyelids. Now, I have been using Jeffree Star products for my eyeshadows and stuff. Then I do my eyes. I know a lot of people do their foundation first, but I do my eyes first. It's just easier for me. You don't have to do it my way. Makeup is meant to be fun. Experiment with it. Try different things and stuff like that. Now, I use 2 different eyeshadow palettes when I do my makeup. Sometimes 3. Because I just tend to like a lot of colors. Certain colors within certain palettes. Now, where is it? I happen to love this Beauty Killer one. But let me explain. After I do the contour, lay down the contour up on my lids, I take glucose and lay it from the brow bone down to the lashes. Just what I do. Okay, then I take the Beauty Killer palette and I put on Princess up on the brow bone. Now, it's a nice purple, well, it's like a lilac, not even that. Very soft lavender. Lilac color. It's got some shimmer up in it. I like it. It sets off the brow bone. Then I take Sugar Cane and Cake Mix about the Jeffree Star palette. These 2 right here next to glucose. Along with Courtney about the Beauty Killer. Just mix them. Put them up in my crease. Now, today I decided I was going to use Cavity and Root Canal up on the lid into my crease a little bit. That's Cavity. And then that one's Root Canal. Love it. It's a nice color. Gives me that just right. Mixing the 2 colors gives me the pigmentation I want in a certain color. And it looks good. So then I use Coma down here to line my lashes, my bottom lashes. And then I use Rich, You Know What, for the inner corner of my lashes. It's just a darn good palette, people. And I have Bloodlust by him also. I was trying the Cherry Soda one. I like it. The Cherry Soda color about the little mini palette and about the blood sugar palette. But this one is more of a sparkle up in it. Love it. But I was like, nah, I'm just going to go ahead and use the cavity and root canal today. And it just gave me the color I really, really, really wanted up on my eyes. Now, let me explain in something else I use. I use the Lancome eyeliner. Love it. It's a belt tip. I wasn't really into it at first when I purchased it, but it lays down that clean line. It's not a problem. It dries in a matter of seconds. We're good to go. Instead of using something else that can move around and budge up on my eyelids. Don't like that. Then I use their Lash Plumper, curler, whatever you want to call this thing. Helps keep my lashes curled when I apply their mascara, the Lancome mascara, the Idol. Good, fantastic, love it, it's beautiful. Now, I used the Lancome Skin Tint. It's pretty up in the jar. It's 360 neutral. But I have a lot of olive undertones in my skin. I can't use the neutral. I'm going to have to go up in the color because it's making my skin look yellow. It's darn good. It is a good skin tint. It's got sunscreen up in it, SPF of 15. It is a good sunscreen. It makes my skin look smooth. Very, very, very little texture that you can see. So, I like it. It's good. Other than making me look yellow. It feels very dry up on my skin. Very dry. So I think that the more oily or combination people out there, they wouldn't have a problem with using the Lancome Skin Tint. That's good. Other than, I think I have dry skin. I'm in my 50s. So having dry skin, I don't think I need to use that particular one. I will find something that works for me. I will. And then, after I use that, then I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one's darn good, and it's deep bronze. Love it. It's great. And just smells fantastic, too. Can't go on vacation, smell the butter bronzer. You feel like you're on one. Then I use the Maybelline Fit Me powder in medium deep. This stuff I have used, almost empty up on it too. I've used it for past year. I like it. It's good setting powder. Now sometimes during the day, people live in Texas, it gets hot as sand during the summer. I may have to re-powder my face twice a day, but I don't think so with the Lancome one come this summer. If I can get the right tint for me without looking too yellow. So, then I turned around and used his highlighter palette as a blush. I combined two colors. Before I was using the Lancome blush. I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore. So I had decided I was going to use Frozen, certain word after it, and Rose Gold. Now, I wasn't even going to use the Rose Gold at all because I thought it would be too dark for me. But dab it in there just a little bit with the e.l.f. blush brush. And along with Frozen, just combine them two lay it down as a blush. Even though it's supposed to be a highlighter, I like it as a blush. And I was only using Frozen You Know What as a blush topper. Now I'm going to use them as a blush. So for the Icing Ivy, way too light for my skin. Way too light. Other people, the more fair people out there, I think it will look good on them. And then I used his highlighter, Cold Hard Cash, on my nose to highlight a little bit on the top parts of my cheek there. Love it. Then I set my face with the e.l.f. setting spray, the coconut one. I don't have a problem with using coconut products or coconut derivative products. But that's all I do with my face. I don't use a skin tint, a foundation on a daily basis. It's just too much on a daily basis. But I will do blush, I will do highlighter, eyeshadow, of course I pencil in my brows. Very sparse brows. I think that started happening for me about 10 years ago, that became very sparse due to going through menopause. Not a hot flash, not a night sweat, nothing, didn't gain no weight, no irritability, but thinning hair. And no, that's not why I wear a beanie or a hat. I was raised a certain way, and married women covered their hair. Only our husbands are allowed to see our hair. And no, I'm not wearing a human hair wig. That's just, personally for me, that's silly. You're going to cover up your own human hair with somebody else's human hair on a wig. No, not for me. So, but those are the things that I use. And like I said, I do have a lot of people asking me what I use. Now you know. So, but before that, I was using the Estee Lauder foundation in number 5. Great foundation. It has just the right amount of color for me that looks like my natural skin color. Yes, people, I am a little darker than most people. I'm Jewish and black on my mom's side. Yeah, I got her skin tone. Well, not completely. My mom was so olive complected, she looked like a giant olive. My oldest son is like that. He looks like a giant olive, just like his Nana did. But that's beside the point. But now you know what I use up on my skin, which makeup products. Have fun with makeup, people. Do it your way. Experiment. Just because... Okay, let me show you. I had the Bloodlust one. I have the mini palette of the Blood Sugar. I have Beauty Killer. I have the Blood Sugar palette. You don't have to use strictly just colors from one palette. Dig into other palettes too. I mean, yeah. Dig into something else. You know, use 1 or 2 colors for one palette. You like a color up in the mini palette, then use something up in there. Now, I totally love the Bloodlust palette. There's certain colors up in there I like, but I'm sticking with the Beauty Killer and the Blood Sugar one. I do, and I'm going to be honest, I love the Bloodlust one. Love it. Especially Wet Jewel, Take the Crown, Beauty Sleep, Deviant, Bleeding Heart. Oh, love that color. Love it. But there's only certain colors I will use up in it. And I will go ahead and use those colors, then go to a different palette, use those colors. What the heck is sticky up on my hands? Alright, beautiful people. Y'all come back now. You hear?